James Stilo TVU News. I'm here with Trevor Reichart of the World Campfire Initiative, talking about the Soul Aid Unity March coming June 21, 2022. How you doing, Trevor?
I'm great, brother. How are you?
Very well, very well. The World Campfire Initiative. Let's actually start with a quick rundown of the Soul Aid Unity March, and then we'll go back, we'll drill down a little deeper.
Yeah, okay. So all this stuff, by the way, I take no credit for any of it. And but the Soul Aid Unity March is basically going to be a march we're marching from Jasper to Canmore for homelessness and First Nations rights and for freedom. That's this June 21st. We'll be stepping off from the RV campground in Whistler, and we're going to do it over 10 days. Arriving in Canmore, and along the way we're having 9 campfires with special guests. I'm going to shoot a mini documentary series. We'll have First Nations chiefs and elders telling horror stories and starting to take the first steps towards getting rid of this tyrannical oppression tool called the Indian Act. It's time for it to go.
Okay, and 10 days, so we're talking 35 kilometers a day, or almost 350 kilometer walk, or what are we talking?
I think it's 320, and I've been saying 30 a day, knowing in my heart that it's a little more, but I've just been saying 30, so it's about 32 or 33 a day, I think, something like that.
Okay, and how are you training?
So I've been every day doing about 15 or 20 kilometers a day. I started doing it barefoot, but there's a lot of gravel, and so I put shoes on because it's more important to finish this thing than it is to do it barefoot. But I've been going from the Lions Park in Spruce Grove to Spring Lake and back, or depending on how I feel, I do that every day. And,
So you're pretty well ready then?
No. No, absolutely not. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll give it to God, and I'll have the courage to take the first step, man, and He's got my back every time, so.
Okay. Yeah. So you've reached out to the homeless community, obviously, that's a one-to-one thing, but the Indigenous and First Nation and First Peoples communities, you've reached out to everybody?
Well, I've been trying to, I'm a single dad with 2 daughters, and I'm only one man, and as this thing comes together, the help is coming, but it's already in the panic zone. So yeah, but I definitely have reached out through Facebook and stuff, and just mostly, I like, and I've learned to do it like the politicians, because they do it that way for a reason. So it's about connection, right? And that's what I do when I go out and meet people. But I wrote a letter that's going out to, or it's supposed to go out. I've been trying to get it out. I put it out as much as I can to all 605 First Nations bands, to like 5 members from each band to come on this march and represent their band. And if we get, that's 3,000 people, and so
if it manifests,
yeah,
the way that you're believing and expecting,
everything has been so far, brother.
It's gonna be a spectacle.
Yeah, and we didn't mention, but the reason for this march, one of the things is to raise the money for that homeless village called Unity Village, right? Which is a vision I've been gifted from Spirit for all of us. I take no credit for any of the things that I do or say here.
So we've got the Soul Aid Unity March, raising money for the Unity Village. We'll talk a little bit about the Unity Village.
Right on.
Let's talk about the World Campfire Initiative. Let's get a footing here.
Okay, so I'll go back to the beginning, and if people aren't resonating and they're not in that spiritual place, it's okay. Just take it with a grain of salt, right? And you'll get there. But yeah, the World Campfire Initiative, that started out. That was my very first. I had a spiritual awakening. I released from the military, and I had a spiritual awakening, and the level of magic in my life, you wouldn't believe it. The first job that I ever was given, I guess, I don't know what to call it, but they're missions that I have. The World Campfire Initiative was to raise the vibration of the planet closer to the frequency of love, so that all the things on this planet that we can't control, race, religion, color, borders, that stuff is going to naturally fall into place. Because when unity consciousness comes, you find this place in your heart. That's heaven. That's where heaven is. Heaven isn't a place that we go to. It's here on earth. It's in your heart, right? There's no fluffy clouds and frilly gates and all that stuff. But basically, we're going to do that by having, I'm going to go around the country, around the world rather, and build a campfire in every single country about 30 feet across. And this is a 2-year plan. It's still in effect, just all this other stuff I keep getting on my plate. But yeah, so that's going to be, then I'm going to go to every single country myself, and I'm going to rally the troops in each country. And I'm going to teach them that magic is real, that it's intent, right? That's what magic actually is. It's intent and thought. So we'll have a countdown. When it gets to 0, it's going to be like the Dick Clark thing. I'll have rallied the troops and I'll have taught everybody that we can send magic, and when that countdown gets to 0, every single soul that I have involved from all these places in the world at that exact second for 1 minute is going to send light and love to something in nature, and nature is not very happy with us, and rightfully so, right, the way we're treating this planet, but nature is the only force powerful enough to raise the vibration of this planet, and the next phase shift is coming.
That is a fantastic group epiphany target. That's an amazing vision. I can see how the Soul Aid Unity March you kind of express as a distraction, but I see it as 10 days of concentrated campfire work. This is, even though it's its own important initiative, it's preparatory to your world walk. There's no question about it. I can see how you've been directed to take this on.
You know, it's been okay. So yeah, we're talking about the World Campfire Initiative and how basically it's going to be everyone coming together, and at the exact same time when that counter gets to 0, everyone's going to be focusing on something in nature and sending light and love to nature. And nature is the only force powerful enough on this planet to raise the vibration of the planet, because Gaia is a spirit, Gaia is alive. It's possible. So basically what that means is we're going to be shifting from, it's all about frequencies. Everything is frequencies and vibrations. So we'll be shifting from the lower block of frequencies, 0 to whatever, and that's just going to be moving up. Like love is in the 500s. So we'll be going from 0 to, what, say 100, fear, hate, anger, blah, all that. The whole block is shifting up, and that's what's going to happen when we empower. Obviously we're accepting donations. I need to raise about $1 million to build Unity Village. And it's a little more difficult this way because I can't have government involvement, so I can't use the charities or the banks, that kind of stuff. So worldcampfireinitiative.com/index.php/donate.
Nice. Now the village.
Unity Village. So this is the fruit of our labor. This is why we're raising the money, because I'm going to buy the land, so the government has no part of it. And basically it's a single, self-integrating, self-sufficient home solution that's run for the homeless, by the homeless, with a single dwelling, central kitchen and single dwelling houses with addresses, because that's super important in that community. We're going to have chickens and cows and a greenhouse and crops, and kind of the way that society is kind of heading now to the country, and it'll be self-sufficient. So
neat.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah. I know there's similar stuff like this popping up all over the place, right? So
that's a good capping off vision that comes from the World Camp. The purpose, I can see why the Soul and Unity March has been brought into the World Campfire Initiative. I understand why Spirit would have directed you for that. Now, what are you seeing on each of the 9 nights? Are you seeing like we're back to the Soul Aid and Unity March, June 21. Let's do a call to action. Okay, why is it important? What an unbelievable act of physical and metaphysical exertion for someone to come along the walk and do all 350K with you. So why should people join you?
Well, I'll tell you, we're in a special time right now on this planet, as you may be aware. And it's time right now for every single person, if your eyes are open, it's your sacred duty to stand up right now against tyranny and oppression with your brothers and sisters and hold hands. These fear-motivated hierarchical societies, they breed greed and power, control and anger, and they're based on competition. They will go. They're going. And how are we going to do that? The government's so powerful and strong, we trust them. Well, we do it by cooperation. We do it by getting together and standing up and holding hands. And I'm inviting everyone, the whole world, and everybody should come. The more people we get together, that's the more concentration of the power of the aura of light and love that we have. And that's multiplied not just by a factor, but by an exponent.
Okay, so if someone wants to come,
Yeah.
do you have a list for them, what they need to bring, or, you know, is it,
Uh,
are you looking more for people that are, you know, they know what to do with?
I think I would just put common sense at the top of the list. And,
Okay.
you know, we're walking, we're camping. I have a motorhome following me, so we will have, you know, stuff with us, but we're following the feathers a little bit, and, you know, that's kind of the way we go. The flow is the way, and I trust God, and I know, you know, that this is gonna be good, so, just bring it.
It's a pretty good highway. There's cell towers all the way there. Are there, you know, it's been such a long time. Are you going to be passing little towns and gas stations and stuff? Or
Okay, you want to know what's so great? I don't know. I don't know. The way I ended up getting the motorhome was this. I was out and I met this hippie, and he goes, "Man, I just came into some money, and I thought it'd be a great idea to buy a 36-foot sleeps 15 motorhome, and then I'd be honored to follow down the highway." And now he's following me, so you know, that stuff he's taking care of. But I've never, not one time ever, even seen that highway.
So we don't know yet.
So the first time I'm going to go down, and I'm walking it.
Exciting. Okay, so how do people register? Do they need to register? Do they need to show?
We'll go to worldcampfireinitiative.com, and there's all the information that's required on there. And then again, it's just, you know, we're walking and we're camping, and it's a celebration of life. So, you know, that's kind of why I say only 30 kilometers a day. But Mr. Todd, James Todd, who just walked across the country, was doing 50. So we can do 30 if he's doing 50. And you know, we'll have some fun and just...
Okay. Well, we've been with Trevor Reichart. Can I call you the Barefoot Prophet?
Whatever, man. Call it what you want.
Trevor Reichart, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada's own Barefoot Prophet. World Campfire Initiative, Soul Aid Unity March, June 21st, 2022. Where do we meet?
We're meeting at the RV park in Jasper, the Jasper RV park. We're stepping off at 9 a.m. Peace.
Awesome. Okay, let's do our tune. The Barefoot Prophet, that's how I'm going to bill you, man.
So this is a song I wrote about 2 months ago. It's been happening to me quite a bit. Spirit wakes me up. I don't want to get up in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. and with the urge to play my guitar. So I got up and played my guitar and wrote these songs like 2.5 hours straight through. Didn't really want to, but
What's this one called?
this one's called Sunny Day.
Let's do
Let's play it on a rainy day.
it.
Yeah, man.
Johnny Booker.
I guess I'll probably write a song. I think I'd like to use these cars. And if everybody likes it, perhaps I'll have to play it more. Put a smile on your face, that everything will be okay. Find the groove inside your heart, sing it as you watch us play. La 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 la. La 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 la. I think I'll write a song. I think I'll write a song. I think I'll write a song about a sunny day. Like this. La 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 la. La 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 la. I guess I'll finally sing my song. You knew I had to use these chords, and everybody loved it, so now I get to play it more. I put a smile on your face, and that puts a smile on my heart. Let's sing it all together like we should have done it right from the start. Here we go, young man. La 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 la. la la. I think I'll write a song. I think I'll write a song. I think I wrote a song about a sunny day. About a sunny day. About a sunny day. About a sunny day. Peace.
There you go. Les Fortune.
Yes,
How did you meet Trevor Reichart, the Barefoot Prophet?
the Barefoot Prophet. Well, as I was saying, I had found this hat. It was full of money. And then I was being chased by this huge angry man with a guitar. Actually, no. Truthfully,
I told you the Sasquatch isn't real, man.
it was after World War II. It was February of 2022 when our band performed for two of Trevor's outdoor freedom rallies. The first of which was in a very cool atmosphere, minus 26 with the wind chill.
Yeah.
And then it was just prior to the second rally when I got privy to I became privy that Trevor was not only a freedom salesman, he was also selling for the plight of the homeless. But unlike traditional salesmen, who when they're referencing their product, they'll say to a potential customer, "I got one of these at home." Trevor, when he's selling his homelessness, compassion, and awareness, he'll say, "I got one of these at home." And in fact, he does have one of those at home. He's actually got 3 homeless people at his home living in his garage, providing them with food and shelter and a reason for going forward. So that's all I needed to know about this salesman. His endeavors, his energies, his efforts for providing a reason of purpose for the homeless. And a message I'd like to convey to others is that if you just took a piece of Trevor's examples and applied it to your life, even if for only small, generous gestures, not just for the homeless, but even for all human injustices. And I can end by saying, the audience just got real happy. I just said I'm ending. I can end by saying that Trevor, with his persona and your unorthodox apparel, you remind me of a beer fridge.
Oh, geez.
It's not about what's on the outside that's important, it's on the inside.
And that goes for everybody,
Yeah.
because this is what we are,
Right.
not the outside. Love you, brother. Thank you, man. Peace. Thank you, man, for everything that you do. The actual truth about when I met Les, the day that we met was I got asked to speak at the Freedom Rally downtown.
Saturday.
So my first time ever speaking for people was in front of 6,000, and I was hosting these freedom rallies, and as I was leaving, there's so many people down there, and this guy is walking down the street with a guitar in his back, and so I'm looking for talent, and it's not, it's not easy, so I just stood right in front of him like this, and went, "Hey, brother with a guitar in your back," and that's how it started.
Well, I was talking to
It's your big
Cash
heart,
about
man.
the guitar. We call it the business card because it was the guitar that attracted him, and it was like utilizing a business card.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, from then now it's all downhill.
So are we still running?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so can I just say, look, everybody in this time, in this world, it's very important that we love and we put light and love into the universe and reach down and raise our brothers and sisters up. And even if they're kicking you in the proverbial junk, we need to just smile and say, have a nice journey and go on our way. And they're going to come around, and that's what we need to do for everybody, because light and love and cooperation are the only important things. Peace.